everybody, it is Calxiyn and Hunter here. If you guys enjoyed this video, you guys should become patrons over on Patreon to support the channel, but you guys should subscribe. So today we're doing our analysis on the RWBY finale. Hunter was able to write me some notes again while I took screenshots. Expertly taking screenshots. So I guess we'll start at the beginning. I like this little clearing because it reminds me of some sort of fairy circle, if that makes sense. Like you have all the little stones.
I'm sorry,
like
what's a fairy circle?
A fairy circle is like you have mushrooms. It's supposed to be a circle of mushrooms.
Okay.
Right? And you can summon like fairies in it. But this kind of looks, it just reminded me of it. It's just a clearing, right? But I don't know. There's like a tree here and I was like, oh, that reminds me like in the original Cinderella, right? Like she runs to the tree and cries.
I see,
or whatever.
but no one's crying when they do that.
And then it transforms her. So I was thinking, oh, like what if that's like supposed to be a Cinderella tree?
So we get a Mistral ship.
Yeah, so this is one of the Mistral.
It's the same one
boats.
that picks up the boat ships. It's the same one that picks up RWBY and the gang at the end of Volume 4.
And you see other ones. Or we see Emerald, Mercury, and Hazel also have one of these, I think.
Yeah,
so they probably got it from Lionheart. But I don't know where Neo got it this time.
They probably just stole it, really. I mean, she seems to be pretty good at that. When
So,
they see her, she's in like a captain's uniform. But bam, she gets a
just,
new...
like, dematerializing and materializing. Like,
it looks fucking dope.
But yeah, she's wearing some sort of uniform. So I'm guessing this may be the uniform of the Mistral military.
Yeah.
Right? Because you have this little flower, you have a badge, you have another... We don't really get to see
a little belly button. There's a little bit.
Yeah, but yeah, she's wearing other clothes, and I love Neo's new outfit. Like, I want to desperately cosplay this, okay? Because it's different shoes from before, right? And the shoes have this little thing, and then these are pants. I'm guessing, like those are pants.
Shoes have garter straps. It's weird.
Oh my god, I want to cosplay as this so
How
bad.
do you-
Even her hair looks different. It looks fuller to me. Doesn't it look
yeah,
fuller
it does
to you?
look fuller, and it also like I'm getting like piratey vibes.
I would pay somebody to make this for me. I'm not even joking. Like, if you guys know somebody that would make me a cosplay,
I don't doubt you could find.
I would pay them, obviously. But like, if you guys know somebody in the RWBY community who makes cosplays, and I could commission them to make one for RTX, yeah, I'd do it. The only thing I wouldn't do is the contacts, because if you guys don't know, contacts for cosplay are not FDA approved, and you should not put them in your eye because they're bad.
Also,
I hate contacts and putting things in my eye.
Also, my one complaint about this uniform, her new outfit, I love it, but my one thing is like, how would the umbrella look with this?
Maybe she's updated the umbrella.
Maybe she updated the umbrella, I don't know. Which you never see the umbrella, but I always kind of liked that, like, the parasol looked really good with her old
I think,
costume.
though, this still works. It's sort of steampunky, right?
Yeah,
like,
it is steampunky, so I don't know if the
I'm sure the umbrella looks fine.
Umbrella looks different. I don't know.
But yeah, I caught it again, just in case.
Just so you get to enjoy that.
Yeah,
also,
but see, her hair does, look at, okay, so look at her hair there, and then look after, it changes.
Yeah,
see, it does. I know these.
God, it'd be so easy to get a haircut if you were Neo.
Oh my god. I want to cosplay as this so bad. I just do. Like, I don't have anything else to say other than that.
And then we
Meanwhile, Cinder.
Walking in boots.
It looks like Cinder is
that
wearing
also has garters.
The poncho.
Just a lot of garters.
From the thing. Because somebody last week was like, do you think that Cinder's going to get an outfit change? Because we haven't seen the poncho or the design that was in the poster. And I don't remember what I said to them. I think it was like, well, I don't know.
The feathers on her like brooch almost kind of looked like the ones that were on her side.
Yeah, they were on the.
It's a shame you don't see.
She has shorts on too. Yeah, she doesn't have a dress.
It's a shame you don't, and she kind of. It's like a mixture of her old outfits because like you see the brooch and you also see like those wrappings. Those wrapping. Oh, the rim arm, the bandages like she had in her season volume 3. I feel like
they
Cinder
just
wins.
look so piratey. Like, I don't know how to explain it other than that. They just look like pirates.
They look very piratey. Cinder, you don't see a lot of her outfit because it's kind of hidden by the poncho.
Oh,
so
when she fights RWBY next volume, she's gonna rip it off.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that scene. Also, I'm really looking forward to
there's a little all things must die little twinkle right there.
I'm also looking forward to when Cinder wins most uniforms in RWBY. Because when you think about it,
I think she has a lot of different costume changes.
I think Cinder has the most.
No.
Because she has her original one, she has the one she's in, she has the dance one, she has her Atlas,
I'm gonna tell you that
Mistral uniform one, she has like that skin tight leather one, she has like the volume 4 one, she has that one.
Neo has her original one, she has the one where she's in the black wig. She has the Atlas soldier one. She has the medic outfit.
With the hat.
She
that
has
outfit earlier and then her new outfit.
Yeah.
So they might be tied.
They may be even.
They may be about tied.
Oh, but now she has her new, and then she had the Mistral one.
Well,
so
I already said that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway. They're getting up there. That's what
they're really.
So Cinder's just
they may be
like, this will get us to Solitas, but you may want to materialize some snow boots, and so that kind of gives us a hint of how Neo semblance sort of works too. Mm-hmm. That like it's not just illusions, like she's able to.
Because if it was illusions, then that means she's buck-ass naked right now.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily illusions. I think it is some sort of materialization as well. She can make illusions from what she materializes, but materialization may be the core of it. I just love her little, you may want to materialize some snow boots, and then you see Neo's just rolling her eyes. I just love, wow. Like, I just love this shot. Like, I'm so like like when we first watched the episode, I was just like, Hunter, I don't even want to watch the rest of the episode.
I feel like that neckerchief kind of reminds me.
This is my mouse pad, in case anyone was wondering about my
You
Neo
want a new
realist.
mouse pad?
Yeah, I want
her neckerchief kind of reminds me of the neckerchief that Roman wore.
He had one?
Yeah, I think he had a neckerchief. So it's like, I think he did. I think if you look at Roman, he had a neckerchief.
Look him up then. We'll see. We'll see.
But yeah,
we'll see, Hunter. No. But yeah, I think she did incorporate some elements of his outfit in her clothes. For sure. Because she has the gloves. She didn't have that before. Did Roman have gloves? Did Roman have gloves?
It was different.
Can we just look up Roman and just like figure this out? So Neo's like, stop! And then Cinder's just like, what, bitch? Like, what is it now? But now we see Neo's going over.
Yes, he did. The exact same.
Oh, he had gloves?
He had different gloves. The gloves were black, but
and he had a neckerchief.
The exact same neckerchief.
Okay, so these are incorporated from Roman's outfit. That's cool.
That's cute.
I want to see his full. Oh, and the coat. You could say the little coat that she has, like the coattails on her. Or was that? No, she has them. See the little jacket that she has on? That could also be very Roman.
Yeah, but those are different colors. But
I know they're different colors, but I'm saying it's related. Like,
it's related.
It's all inspired by his original
the neckerchief is spot on, which,
but what
I mean, you're better than him.
Is that maybe she's updated her weapon, too. That she's had sort of the incorporation of the cane, maybe?
Maybe the cane. Maybe she's going to be fighting with the cane, which I don't know how I'd feel, because I really love that parasol.
Well, maybe it's both, right?
Maybe it's both, yeah.
So she disguises it into an atlas. Look at Cinder's smile right here. This would be so
I'm
pure
so proud.
and good if Cinder wasn't fucking evil. So, anyways. But yeah, they're able to disguise it into an atlas ship.
Even though she's evil, I still love her.
And then it looks the same to them. Which, it looks different to everyone else. And that was confusing at first, but then when she snapped, I was like, oh, okay, she did it. Yeah. Right. At first I thought she failed. And Cinder
that was my thing, like, did she fuck up? But
look at her little... I don't know what to say. I'm just so content with just this. Like, fuck the rest of the episode. But Cinder right here is like, so once upon a time, somebody asked me if I believe in destiny, and I can still say that I do, like, while looking at, she says something along those lines, like it's destiny that they met up with each other.
Quote.
You
might want to
materialize yourself some snow boots. So you didn't write it down. You said I still do. Yeah.
Ask me if I believe in destiny. I still do. Yeah. It was very good. And then
I just love this.
I just want them to be like best friends.
They are though. I feel like they totally are now.
I would be so. I love them both.
I want to cosplay as Neo so bad. I'm so serious. If somebody's like, Cal, go look up so and so on Twitter. They do commissions. I'd be like, yo. I'm gonna buy myself a Neo cosplay.
Why won't you show me your parents? Here, Mom, here's my girlfriend.
Oh, God. Anyways.
God, imagine having... This is my fanfiction brain going off, but imagine if Cinder and Neo were your parents. That'd be fucking great.
This is the Grim.
Oh, my God. Oh, it's the big boy. I still don't like
him. I'm just gonna be...
He's called Big Boy.
I'm just gonna be real and...
You can check
Somebody
the notes.
named him Bubbles, so...
Oh, that's a good one. Bubbles is a good one. I'd still like Big Boy.
Reddit named him Bubbles, and that's his name now.
Bubbles is a good one, I'm not gonna lie. You know what? His name's Bubbles now.
Cordovan is very upset. Okay, well, the Grim goes under. Whatever. But yeah, so they're just like, shit. And they're like, shit. And then Cordovan is really angry at them. She keeps saying
she's having a meltdown.
Right?
Yeah. Cordovan is having a meltdown.
Weiss is a bummer life? We know we fucked up? Oh, wait.
Weiss is a bummer, like, we know we fucked up, but please, wife.
So Blake and Yang ran back over here, right? And they're like, guys! And then guys are like, what the fuck is that? And
my God. And then Weiss has her moment of like, they're being attacked by the Grimm, and we just destroyed the one thing capable
we just messed up the only thing capable of destroying it, and I'm like, yikes. And so Cordovan keeps saying, like, hey, this is all your fault. And Ruby's just like, oh, like, Ruby feels bad, I think. But here's an interesting moment. So Cordovan keeps saying that, and the Alice people keep talking to her to ask her about her status, but then she does this.
Yeah,
and that's where I feel like when she says your fault, she doesn't believe it the last time she says it. I think that's why it's significant. Like, look at how sad she looks. Like, I feel like she doesn't actually believe it. She knows that she's to blame, right?
There's another cutback later on where you realize, like, oh yeah, now she's definitely changed. But
but that's the start of her changing, is that she may have realized that this is, she can say it's their fault all she wants, but really this is her.
Blake and Yang are having another moment, you know. Like, there's some sniffles.
It's not your fault, right? Because Blake thinks that it's her fault they fucked up the entire plan because she didn't disable the communication tower, right? But then Ruby's like, no, all that matters is that you're okay. Wow, the Ladybug shippers must have lost their fucking shit right here, because all I've heard about is if they don't show any Ladybug stuff, I'm gonna quit this show because they're ignoring my favorite ship from some people.
Really? Ladybug?
Yeah,
that's
like the Ladybug shippers are mad. Like, they're angry. They're like, Blake and Blake and Ruby haven't interacted for 4 volumes. If they don't do anything, I'm quitting the show, somebody said to me once upon a time ago. So I hope that you're happy now, whoever that was.
Oh, they have.
But this is just such a wholesome, sweet moment.
They love each other.
And look at Ruby looking at Yang, because Yang looks at her, smiles, and then looks like, look at that. Like, that's a gay side eye. That is a gay face right there. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to be realistic, alright? That's a gay expression.
That's a gay expression!
No, but isn't it? Like, isn't like, look at that.
Clearly they have a moment there where it's just like, we're gonna be okay, and she's like, yeah, we will be. We love each other.
So Maria's like, I hate to be the bad guy, but like, we could just fucking leave.
Yeah, she does. I think I put that in notes. Like, we know, like, you know, we have the perfect opportunity just to fuck up.
And then Yang is like, no, and then Weiss is like, no, and then Ruby's like, no. Which
everybody's weapons is left over there. What remains of Gamble Shroud. So nice she picked it up afterwards.
I guess, but yeah. So they're just like, no, we can't leave those people in danger. Ruby's like her expression.
Yeah, guys, let's go fight Bubbles.
Sorry, like. So she asked them to do the thing, right, to mask the ship eventually. But Crow's like, hey, guys, eyes up, it's
Bubbles!
I really hate this Grimm, I'm sorry.
I love it.
I love you,
the water
is
so
but
good.
It just doesn't scare me. It
I
doesn't make
love
me feel
Bubbles
ways.
so much. That scene's great where
you see Tara
runs over
what are these people wearing?
Also, yeah, I noticed
like,
that
what
person.
Is this like,
no, I noticed that girl
here?
in the background, how she's dressed like a Sonic the Hedgehog OC. Like a humanoid Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, all these people are dressed really fucking weird.
Well, I guess they are still on like minstrel, and minstrels are supposed to be like the weird artistic hipsters of the world. Yeah.
I guess. Even the baby's just like, what the
I love how the babies, I fucking die.
Yeah, they make a wall of hard light dust, and we talked about this before, but if you guys don't know, the hard light dust seems to be what is in Velvet's box.
Yeah. And
so it seems like what Velvet is able to do is that her semblance is to mimic people's fighting styles, but the light box just provides her the weapon to do so.
Which maybe that means she's from Atlas.
Maybe, or so people just have Atlas technology,
that's true.
Right?
So maybe you might learn more about that in the book they're releasing soon, which I'm so excited for. And so Bubbles breathes fires.
Yeah, so it's doing okay at first, like the wall's holding up, but this wall is just poorly designed.
Yeah, because
like,
the thing is right there.
That y'all couldn't, because it's separated into these little pieces. Like y'all are telling me you couldn't have just made one big one, like all the way around, like somehow go all the way around. Like,
I mean, there's presumably like limitations to it.
But I like this shot because you can see
it's very dramatic.
It zooms in on Ruby because Alice is like, fall back,
and like the
do
music
evacuation because they're like, no, we can't.
And the music is very dramatic. There's like chanting.
And Ruby's like, no, and then she like runs up and she's like, no, we can stop it. And John's like,
are you sure?
Can we? Or are you sure? And then, you know.
The people on the front are like, who the fuck are you? Aren't you a bad guy? We're gonna shoot you down. We ain't helping you for nothing.
Yeah. So they disguise the ship, which works because you can sort of see the contrast here between them, right?
Yes.
Of the grayed out ship and the... So this person just fucking dies, I guess. But that's okay.
Bubbles is making a move again.
I was like, why is it gray? And then I realized it's because of Ren, and then Ren's semblance fucking popped or something. And so Ruby's like, we're gonna go out there. We're gonna do it, and then
over
Cordova,
the mic she is,
over the
and
mic.
so she hears it over the mic, and she's like, "Oh, she's not too bad."
Like, "Oh." I really like the show don't tell in terms of how Cordovan's character changes over these past couple episodes, just because you really see the realization.
You realize that she was so stupid. Like, I could have just scrambled some fighter jets, and it would have been like probably just as effective. I didn't have to get the big mech and fuck everything up, you know. But anyway,
not even that, but like RWBY is trying to help, right?
Yeah.
And so she finally sees that no, they're not bad guys after all, right?
She was wrong, and they're doing good work.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Blake is just like, well, I can't fucking do anything. Is this working? And then they're just like, yeah,
unfortunately, yes.
I like how Nora was just like, all right, look over here, big ugly, or whatever she says. Like, that's so funny. But I like how Blake doesn't know, like, Maria's just like, oh, it's working. And then
just
Blake
like,
is just like, all right,
moral support.
I just love that so much, though, don't you?
You gotta
love
the monochrome.
In the shot right now.
You gotta love the monochrome.
Yeah, I mean, I just appreciate this. I feel like we need shipping updates for every ship. Like, I feel like every ship just needs a shipping update. Except for Weiss and Yang. I don't think they do, because they already had a shipping update last year.
That's true.
We did a shipping update, I think. But yeah, everybody else needs a shipping update, like, fuck. So yeah, RWBY just comes over here and she's like, alright, close my eyes, let's try to do this. So I don't understand. I guess RWBY's focus is interrupted because the Grimm starts going for the relic, and so that's why she fails. But I thought at first she was failing because she was imagining everybody dying.
No, I think she was imagining everyone, like,
and so that was the bad thing. So I wonder if that was the thing that she did wrong, or whether the Grimm distracted her, or if it was both.
Well, the voices in her ear distracted her because she flicked out her AirPod. She's like, "Fuck this shit."
You see the flashbacks. So
and I began crying. So that's Tai Yang and Yang, and it's like, go back. It's the same like wagon that Yang drew. It was, oh my god, I was so. Ooh.
But you have a little Yang.
Wait, go back. For a second, I thought that was like graffiti, but it wasn't. Just a scratch. And like, there's all these like amazing like flashbacks to like when they first get
right when they open the door.
Like, and like those are screenshots straight out of like the first couple volumes.
Well, I guess they did this because they can't use the old footage.
Yeah, I guess that's true as well. Oh goodness! But it goes. Oh, I think you missed it before. No, but yeah, she starts hitting the sad moments.
Yeah, so you can see the change in RWBY's face. She starts getting upset, right? And then it's not working.
Oh, this was I almost began crying. Like I was,
and you can see the discomfort on her face too, and then you
see dead Penny.
But it doesn't work, right? It's not working, and then she realizes that the Grimm is right in front of her, and that's not helping either. And so.
And she says, "There's that amazing shot where she breathes in, but then she's like, Jin!" And at times starts.
And we had at the beginning of the reaction, I was like, well, they may summon Jin again to ask another question, which is kind of what happened.
I was excited because like the highlight of this season was that Jin episode, but it's not too much, but it is interesting, and I also love how
I like how RWBY's like, I don't have a question for you, I just needed help, and Jin's like, bitch, I know, and I'll let you do it just this one time.
But next time, if you call me, you have to use up one of your answers.
Yeah. Also, I don't understand what's going on with Jin's ears here, because it doesn't look like her earrings are in an earlobe. Does that make sense? Like, it looks like her earrings are in the bottom of her ear. Yeah. Like, if you were wearing earrings, right, you would have it in the middle, but hers looks like it's been done at the bottom, so there's this little thing of skin, like, anyway, it's not important. But it doesn't look like an ear. It's in her earlobe. It looks like it's in the bottom of her ear.
Something I want to bring out is that they've used slow mo like briefly previously in RWBY, but in this volume they really use it a lot to great effects. Like everything's in slow motion. And
well, it's not just in slow motion too. Everything time is frozen.
But it's slowly, and then when she leaves, it comes back again.
And it builds up that momentum. I don't understand what happens when RWBY is talking to Jin though. Like, does everybody in the world stop? Or is it like another time dimension, or is it just magic? Like, does the world stop, or does RWBY just stop?
I think the world stopped and RWBY and Jin keeps going.
I know, but wouldn't that mean that every time Ozpin wanted to ask a question, he just stopped the fucking world?
For a brief period, but
or do you think that Atlas is okay, but it's just the surrounding area that's frozen?
I think that it's just RWBY that is frozen.
I know that she's
everyone else is frozen, and. Because I don't think like time freezes. Did they just
keep Jin open forever and then Salem wouldn't do anything?
Eventually Jin would be like, fuck off, listen, you're not, no, bad.
But that's what I'm asking. I'm asking, what does everybody else see? Or is everybody else frozen?
Okay, I don't think people are frozen. I think, like, time moves the same for them, but, like, for Ruby,
right,
she experiences time faster almost. Here's the thing about... Okay, do you want to go into, like, the theory of relativity?
No. But here's what I'm asking, right?
Yeah.
So Yang is seeing something right now.
Yes.
But Yang would have to be frozen.
Yes.
Because
this conversation
is
imagine this.
Unless this conversation never happened, like they just went into another dimension for a second and then they pop back out and then nobody notices they were ever gone.
It could be that. It's probably that like this conversation happens over like a millisecond.
Yeah, and or so, something like that.
Like
and
time,
then, so Yang doesn't see
time is just
slow.
Time is like slow. Like time is like expanded for them.
Right.
So in like a millisecond in the slightest. Yeah, I think that's what's happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure that RWBY didn't necessarily think about it. Like, they probably don't have a set rule.
No, I think that's what's happening,
like,
and you're just being weird.
No. I'm just saying, like, they probably don't have an answer. Like, they probably didn't think of a technical answer.
No, they're not going to bring out the general theory of relativity.
No, but I'm just curious.
Like,
that's
well,
all
you see,
that I mean. I'm
RWBY and Jin are moving at speeds close to the speed of light, and therefore they experience time.
Well, I'm just wondering. That's why. But I'm saying I don't think RWBY thought about that. Like, I don't think they were like, well, we're going to have this scene equal this amount of time in real time. You know what I mean?
If just time is frozen,
it's fucking magic, all right? Like, relax, Cal. But I still want to know things.
It's just so bizarre. Anyway, so and she's like, but I'll give you knowledge this time. And so I think she helps RWBY.
Maybe.
Like think about the positive, and we get more scenes. Oh my god, I love it. Oh, volume 1.
Wait, is it? Do you think because Jin was there, that's why we got the flashback of Summer?
Maybe.
She said, "I'll give you knowledge freely this time."
This probably is.
Because
also, I love how they go back. They changed the poster to be the Chibi Achievement.
Where?
No, forward, next one in the background there. Yeah. It's the Chibi Achievement, and I think they added more people, but like they have Jeremy there.
But you see the wings flapping now, so time is restored.
It creates like this like momentum, and I love it.
I wonder if Jin then told her what to think about, because if Jin was like, "I'll give you knowledge freely this time," the way that I thought of that was, she's just letting her stay there, like she's just letting her stay in this time, but to give her knowledge, I feel like I don't know. I'm just wondering.
I think
it's not about the time freezing. I'm just wondering about this. Yeah. Like, I wonder if Jin was just like, "I'll give you some knowledge this time," and this is what she showed her, right? Because Jin can show her stuff, so she showed her what she needed to think about in order to freeze the Grimm. That's how I would interpret that scene. Does that make sense? And so all these flashes are Jin.
Volume 3, no, Volume 2.
Who knows things, right?
Lovely water, and then I love how everyone looks like stone in the background. Volume 3. Oh, that looks... I love how in the background everyone looks like Volume 3-ish.
Oh, you see Emerald and Mercury and Cinder!
And everyone has like their Volume 3, like how they look like. That's interesting. I love that scene where it's still slow motion. And then she's thinking back about their conversation. And
so
then,
here's
bam.
the thing. So this is what I'm thinking. Yeah. If Jin gave her what to think about, Jin has given her the vision of Summer.
Yeah.
And that's why, because we were talking in the reaction, we were like, Yang says that RWBY doesn't remember Summer. So, unless RWBY does remember and just Yang is wrong, right? And even like, or we said she could just be thinking about what Summer would have looked like because she's seen the picture from Crow.
Yeah.
But this Summer looks different than the picture.
But then again, that picture is assumed of Team Stark when they were
younger
in Beacon, so she probably grew up.
Yeah, and so I'm thinking here is that this could have been given by Jin. Because even if RWBY, like, I don't feel like RWBY's ever seen this before.
But this is the
other
best,
than, like, in her dreams and stuff like that.
This is the best shot we've ever gotten of Summer Rose, and at this point I was more or less basically crying. And it looks like RWBY, but there's some like je ne sais quoi, probably just the hair.
I like because she has a rose bun, I'm pretty sure, or something like that.
There's something about her that I'm like, not quite like RWBY, but almost.
I wish she looked older. Like, RWBY has a problem with making old people. Like, making people look old. You know what I mean?
Maria Calavera?
Not, like, Maria looks old. Like, old is supposed to be a spectrum, right? Maria just looks like an old woman. But Crow and Ty and Raven don't necessarily scream old person to me.
But then they're not really old. I mean? Like, I feel like...
But they are old! They're like 40! That's old! That's old enough.
I feel like they're really spry 40-year-olds.
Maybe, but still. I feel like some wrinkles or something would have helped out.
Also, wasn't like Ozpin. How old was Ozpin? And he looked pretty young.
Well, that's because everybody has problems.
He looked like goddamn Anderson Cooper. Listen, people can like jump 30 feet in the air in this world.
I know.
People
I'm just saying I wish that she looked older.
Everyone moisturizes like a motherfucker in RWBY.
I know. I'm just saying I wish she looked a little little older. That's all that I mean.
Okay. Well, I like her.
I like her design because it looks different enough from RWBY, and she does look more mature.
I can't. Yeah, it does. Right? It has like this. Like, I just maybe wish it's the that eyebrows. She looked older. Maybe it's the face. It's definitely the hair.
Yeah,
it's just,
the hair looks different. Right?
I just love it.
Because you see, this is Summer eyes, and then it switches to RWBY's face.
Yes.
And so you really see the difference.
Her skin is a lot lighter.
Yeah, RWBY's
God, how did you get so fucking pale?
I don't know.
Goodness gracious, child.
But yeah, I think it would be really sweet if Jin gave her the vision of her mom because she's never seen her mom before. And that, I think, triggered the powers. Yeah. Or, because, I don't know. I feel like that's the most logical answer because Jin was like, oh, well, I'll give you knowledge this once. Like, and it's showing the flashbacks to RWBY instead of RWBY thinking of things by herself.
I also like it because it doesn't make RWBY OP.
Well, yeah, because she has to try.
Because she has to try really hard, and she only did it with Jin's help, and Jin's only going to give it this help this one time.
Yeah.
And she doesn't pass out over, so it would suck if, like, then all Grimm are more or less, like, not that big a threat.
But yeah, she can't seem to get a hold of it yet.
Yeah.
Even though she's probably not going to tell anybody that she called Jin.
This scene, I was just, my
soul. Yeah, she's able to do it.
And she blows.
At least now she knows what to think about those.
Also, this time it's like a nuclear bomb.
I know, but like, I love how they're just not fazed by it. They're like, yeah, that's normal. That's a normal thing.
And I'm guessing that's not Neo.
I guess
not. I guess we kind of screwed the pooch on that.
I like how Maria smiles too. Like, aw. But yeah, even RWBY. And I think RWBY smiles and looks somewhere where Jin used to be, I think, and Jin's not there anymore. So maybe she could be smiling at the town because she hears the town people. But I would say in my headcanon,
she's like thanking
if Jin showed the memories, that little smile, sort of like, "Aw, thanks, Jin," but Jin's already.
And also, like, she doesn't pass out this time.
No.
But yeah, so she thinks she kills the Grimm, but not entirely. Like, she only maybe froze like a certain degree. Certainly looks like it did a number on the Grimm.
Yeah, and then
Cordovin.
Is just like, hey,
I'm gonna kick your fucking ass.
Basically, yeah, she's like, it's our duty to protect the people.
And she gets a drill. Everyone looks pretty shocked. They're like, oh fuck, we're dead, aren't we? But then they're like, and then she just starts running. And I feel like the frame rate.
The drill is a little weird.
I like the idea that she just ripped her arm off.
But yeah, the frame rate, I mean, she could have drilled her arm off with this other hand, right?
The frame rate
so she's like, we have to protect the citizens. Yeah, a couple people said that it did, but I don't know.
But yeah, she gets like that BioShock Big Daddy drill, and she just...
That's a little Deus Ex Machina, though, to have a drill in there. Like, what would you...
I don't know.
What would you use that
just
for?
Just drilling into... Maybe their drills are really good against Big Grimm. Who knows?
I don't know.
To dig into their hide.
I mean, that could have been anything, though. That could have been a giant knife for all I care, and it still would have worked, I guess. But it just seems a bit contrived just because the Grimm turned into stone, and so it's a drill, and it's like... I don't know. Maybe she has a bunch of weapons in that hand. We just...
I also love how she jumps, like, in the air. And yeah, you get the idea that, like, because RWBY significantly weakened her, all it took was, like, one big-ass drill attack, and
I mean,
Bubbles
any normal person would die if they were...
That's true,
like
but
that.
then again, like, that
I know that Grimm are different, but it's like, I don't think
off missiles.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna miss Saffron and Adrian, and I forget the other one name.
Cordovin's just like, I'm pretty sure we can handle the stragglers, and RWBY's like, what are you saying?
They won't notice if we lose another ship in my very lengthy report. Right? And I'm like, oh, Cordovin, you're so great.
Oh, look at her too! I just love the facial expression.
I went from like hating Cordovin to like want to smooch her on her nose.
I mean, because she's not a bad person. She was just sort of like Ironwood, like paranoid, but
she just acted like an idiot.
Anybody can feel love, you know what I mean? And so I think that she's just, I don't know. You know, I think that when Weiss said before, we know Ironwood's just worried. Cordovin was worried too.
Yeah. Maybe.
Right, and so now she
certainly learned a lesson.
Yeah.
A dramatic lesson, and maybe she'll regret this later.
She's just like, bye guys!
And she goes to just, I don't know how you're just gonna swat him out the air.
Why not? Just...
I guess so. Why not?
So, then there's this over here, and I thought like, ooh, are they gonna see the Aurora Borealis, like the pretty lights? Because
Which you kind of in the
but, no, Atlas is just fucking floating. But anyway, Crow is like, hey, you did good there, Ruby. Just don't give me a fucking heart attack. And Ruby's like, oh, I love you too. And
also
you see something here. Crow gets for a drink,
but he just
and then he just puts it down.
So like, is Crow like finally
character development?
He won't die of cirrhosis of the liver.
I guess not. What if he still does anyway? Like, it's all that drinking catching up to him.
And Maria and Crow have a moment.
Yeah, because Maria's like, you did good too, and Crow's just like, the kids did all the work. But Maria's like, well, listen, you were there to catch them when they fell, and you were there when they needed you. That's all that you're supposed to do.
And he was just like, well, you were pretty good too. I'm glad to see the Reaper in action. Like, you should have seen me when I was your age.
It would have been so cool if he's like, I did once.
Yeah, but
I wonder
that's just
though,
another...
because he does smile after.
Well, he's happy because
I know he's happy because Maria recognized him, but it would be so cool if he's like, she doesn't know that I did see her.
Because he's a good boy.
I love that photo where it's Crow getting an autograph from Maria, right when Maria is young, and then them being together when they're older.
That's cute.
I like that. I mean, I was like, somebody should draw something like that because that was cool, and then a couple people did something like that anyway. But what was I trying to say? It'd be cool if he was thinking about though a memory he has of her that we won't find out until later. That'd be kind of cool. But I think he is just happy about her recognizing him and praising him. You know what I mean? But I think it would also be cool if he was just like, like, she doesn't know, but I was there. I was there that one time, right?
So anyways, while this is happening, everyone's having
like, Weiss is just like, I'm sorry you had to go through that,
nightmare.
But it's good that you had each other. And then, like...
They have, like, the little stare, and
they
hold
like,
each other's hands!
Yeah, and they're like, we were there for each other, and then they both smile, and Nora's like, took the words right out of my mouth, right? I'm sad that they didn't kiss, I guess, because, like, I thought that they were going to, like, with the way they were looking at each other. But like, they're not gonna make out all the time. That's
okay, here's the thing. You know what we should? You know what we should buy?
What?
We should buy a confetti cannon.
Why?
With yellow and black confetti, so when they kiss,
we
can
just spring it out.
Bumblebee.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's already mostly confirmed. Like, I feel like that before we do a Bumblebee update video, I want to listen to this week's RWBY Rewind. Yeah. Just because it's probably gonna be a big one, so they're probably gonna have Miles or Carrie or whoever, and they'll probably give us some insight. You know what I mean? Even like, so basically, just to go over it, our plan for videos is basically we're going to do all the ones that are most related to the recent episode first, and then after that we're sort of going to do shipping updates and some theories and some other stuff. So we're not going to stop doing RWBY videos, obviously, just because the volume's over, but we are going to save some stuff till later. So for example, this week we may just do summer, and then like a video about the end scene that we'll talk about in a minute, and then like the week after we may talk about Emerald and her motivation. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna sort of, we're not gonna do like 20 videos this week all about the final. We're gonna space it out is basically what I'm trying to say.
And also we have Genlock, and I think we're gonna begin to focus on that and sort of begin theorizing about that.
But it's definitely gonna be sort of a mix. Like we're probably gonna be talking about the final, I'm gonna say, for the next month. In some capacity. Like, for the entire month of February, it's probably going to be videos about the final. I'm just saying.
It's going to get redundant.
Maybe.
And so everyone looks at RWBY like...
Everyone's like, like, I didn't do anything.
And then Ren's like, you do realize that you paralyzed the Grim after you jumped in a cannon, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, you can see it's kind of cute. Like, she's not used to the
Well, it's because she was like, I want to be a normal girl with normal needs. Like, we talked about this a lot before.
And then you're just like, look at Oscar. He's a fucking 14-year-old farmhand that crash-landed a plane.
But then Oscar's like, about that, Ozpin was there, right? And we hear Ozpin be like, stay calm. It's going to be okay. And so Hunter and I sort of had the theory that Ozpin would come back in... Oscar, like if Oscar was about to die, Ozpin would chime in, which seems to be what happened. So good job, us. High five.
Although it wasn't in the casserole, I'm still pissy about the casserole, man. I thought the casserole was such a good theory.
I really, Hunter. Man.
I hope it's a different casserole, but
next
an Atlas.
Time? Like.
And I hope RT starts selling casserole dishes, and at the bottom of the casserole dish. Like on the inside, it says "You've been poisoned."
That should be our merch.
That should
be our first merch.
We should sell casserole dishes that says "You've been poisoned."
I don't even know what a casserole dish looks like. We've never had a casserole.
Like a lasagna dish is the same thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Because you're Italian, so I just assume.
No.
What's something that you silly Italians like? Oh, I know.
Lasagna. Oh god. But yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about merch because a couple people have asked. And they were like, I would wear a shirt like with Hunter explaining how Adam died on it from Friday.
That's a good one.
But I was sort of thinking like, what merch can we do? Because it's not like we have a catchphrase, and it's not like we sort of have a
from a writer's perspective.
Like you know,
we haven't done that in a long time.
You know how Markiplier has like the mustache thing? Like we don't necessarily have anything like that. So I'm like, what merch would we even make? I like the idea of making a casserole dish though. This is even poisoned at the bottom.
I want to make my own casserole dish with like, I don't know, just Sharpie.
That's still RWBY related, but it's also like any random person could also buy that. But anyway, I don't know. The problem is like if I made a store, I would do it on Redbubble, right?
Right.
Or something like that. But I don't know how would you do a casserole dish? Could you do a casserole dish?
I don't think you can sell casserole dishes on...
How would you even do that anyway? So
you can sell a duvet on Redbubble. You can't sell a casserole dish.
I'll look into it a little bit.
If we sold stickers, man, that'd be great.
Anyways.
I know some YouTubers to do that, but anyways.
So Yang just like has he been watching us this whole time, and Oscar's like, well, I don't know, but I guess he's looking out for us,
that
right?
Oscar's still like okay, like Oscar's like I still kind of like this Oscar guy, but Yang's like fuck that asshole.
I know, right? But Crow's like, hey kids, stop talking about Oscar and come see the view, right? And so RWBY's like, I'm a little nervous, and Yang's just like, yeah, I know what you mean. Like I'm not gonna get my hopes up until I see it. And then Weiss is just like, oh, you're seeing it. And so you see the city right here.
So here's
what's happening to me, okay? I think that this is Mantle down here, and that this is Atlas because Mantle used to be the capital, and then it wasn't.
Yeah.
And so to me, it sort of makes sense
that
this
looks
is
like the industrial slum. That pit looks like a giant
I'm pretty sure
mine.
That's dust.
And then above that is the floating beautiful city.
And you see the Aurora Borealis.
So my headcanon for like back when I was writing.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm guessing that this is this is Mantle, right? This is the this used to be the capital and now it's not, sort of thing. And so you see that they have, is this water, do you think?
No, that looks like just tundra.
Is it?
It could be water.
I can't tell because there's water over here, but I'm like, is this water frozen? Just because I'm thinking about
ice.
I'm thinking about defenses against the Grim, right? Because you have the mountains, you have the ice, right? And then you have Atlas in the sky.
They just don't like the cold.
On the ground.
They just don't like the cold.
Well, yeah, that's another thing too, right? But yeah, I'm guessing that this is Mantle, and this is sort of like you were saying, the industrial sort of slums, and that people are dying from fucking cancer because of all this dust smoke. This is definitely a dust mine, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's no doubt in my mind. But then you see sort of these cables, and I'm guessing there's some sort of cable car system to get
maybe
up there.
Maybe if you break those cables, the city will float up in the air like a balloon.
Well, yeah, because it's gravity dust, right? So I wonder if this is a way to get up there, but also what's holding it down.
That could be.
And so I feel like Volume 7, it would be really interesting if the things cut, if Salem and Co cut the lines and the city started floating in the air.
It makes sense with the flying Grim.
That would be such a good scene, I think. And I think they're gonna do it too. Come back to this video during Volume 7, because I guarantee you that all these lines are gonna snap and the city is gonna go up and just not come back down.
Yeah, you get the impression that that.
And remember, if you go too high in the atmosphere, the dust stops.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, and so it would go all the way up,
and then it would fall
back down. And then it would fall back down.
But then maybe it would start back up again, so it would just bob in the air for eternity.
But maybe the dust would be fucked after that, and it would just the entire city's just falling, and RWBY has to somehow make sure that everybody doesn't die.
Good shit.
I like that.
Also, I remember.
I guarantee you that's what they're gonna do.
Back in I really like what they it's very interesting. I like how it all looks so magical, and it's like, oh, it's big floating. You get the ascent, that's like a wonder of the world.
You see the castle.
I remember back in Volume 3, after Volume 3 had just happened, I was writing fan fiction, and I thought it was gonna be a big bubble city because it's freezing outside, but it would be bubblish in the middle. That looks so cool. The big ring.
This is definitely gonna get cut off. I swear. You can sort of see more. This looks like more dust mines because these little, maybe another settlement. We don't really know.
It looks just mostly tundra. Yeah.
Yeah. You
sort of
see there's still a gate here.
Yeah. Do you wonder, where do you think the academy is? Do you think
that's probably the academy right there.
Do you think? I feel I don't know.
Because the military and the school is together, right? So this is probably the military, and that's probably where Ironwood lives in that fucking castle. But it's also the school.
So it's the military.
All
I wonder
of the
what that
schools seem
is.
to be castles.
I bet you that's the Schnee fucking
manor on that giant rock. Mountain. That'd be really funny. I don't know. Maybe it is, because we have to get closer to the whole city, but.
It looks beautiful.
There's probably a back part that we can't see,
but anyways,
right? It probably goes all the way
I think
around.
what this scene was supposed to show was that there's a lot of those. We haven't seen those ships since Volume 3.
These are the fleets.
Yeah.
But all these fleets have more tiny ships inside, which is a little scary.
So they're
preparing
almost
for something, right?
Yeah.
Or that's how they're all set up.
Which, part of me feels like that still isn't all of them, because, like, I feel like the whole Atlas military would be like...
And they're like, welcome home.
We're
just like,
Manta
okay.
4-1, they use their
or
call
4-5
signal.
or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was really...
Yeah, it looks like that there's some sort of train thing going on over, like, some sort of monorail. Like, this basically
monorail,
looks like Disneyland. Anyway.
Monorail! Monorail! That's a Simpsons reference. It looks like there's an underground bit over there, like an upside down one.
And you sort of see this also has gravity dust, right?
Kind of reminds me of the air temple nomads from Avatar, which you haven't seen yet, but...
But yeah,
I think that the
I'm
one
pretty
on the
sure
hill.
that there's still more around.
Yeah.
Like, because this isn't... We're not seeing a top-down. We're seeing one side, so there's probably a behind, too. But yeah, this is definitely rich people area, I think, and this is obviously the academy. At least it's obvious to me. So, meanwhile...
Emerald walks in and she says,
hey, like, Mercury, I wanted to talk to you.
No, but she says, hey, Emerald. No, sorry, hey, Mercury. I wrote it down. It was like...
well, that's what she said. She says that she wanted to talk to him, and then he...
No, I want to talk to you about... I won't... Okay.
And so that could be a couple things to me. Just skip the page.
Continue. Yeah, I did skip a page.
It doesn't matter. Basically, this could either be two things. She could have said, I wanted to talk to you about earlier. She could be apologizing, or she wants to talk to him about staying here and fucking leaving.
No, Emerald, I want to, but that's all she says. Emerald, I want to. So it could be like, I want to talk, or I want to apologize.
Yeah,
it's
well,
apologize.
that's what I'm saying.
But if it's talk, what if she's like, I want to get the fuck out of here?
I figured she's apologizing. Hey, like, I want to talk to you about, you know what I mean? Like,
I think it, I don't know. It could be like, hey, like, this shit is bad. Let's
It could
leave.
be either way.
Yeah,
but we did a theory on Emerald running away last volume, and then it didn't happen.
But
so I feel like we're running in circles.
Like, look at how terrified they are.
Well, yeah, because Mercury's by himself at first, looking out the window, and then she's just like, what the fuck? And then
like,
she looks at like, what is she doing? And so we see this.
At first, I thought it was going to be a new Grim, but then, like, just
so this is the
monkey one comes out, the Baringle.
Right?
And I'm like, oh, well, that's not terribly interesting.
Okay, she's just standing there.
Is she going to make it super big? But then she's just like, no, and she uses her. At first, I thought she was going to, like, use an attack, and I was like, oh, shit, this is the first time we see her magic. To feel better.
To have fun, to feel better? No.
Which I'm like, oh, she's like, but no, he, like, I thought, like, oh, he's just getting big, but no, flying monkeys! And I'm like, oh, flying monkeys! And look at her hand, she's like, flying monkeys!
Like, I did that during the reaction. Because it's based off Wicked, right? Like, this is the whole thing, right? And so she has, like, a fleet. Look at her pennant, though. And look at her
she's so happy.
She looks
she's
so
like,
happy.
oh.
Well, yeah, because
she's
not
a disappointment.
Kids, basically.
Yeah, that's kind of cute. I can't, between Emerald and Neo and fucking Salem, I don't know why I'm keeping on, like, oh, all these evil villains that kill
there's just like
thousands of people are so cute. And Hazel walks in.
Grim. But yeah, so it seems like Salem is preparing. That's probably what the Atlas military is preparing for, right? Like, they're probably preparing for this.
Yeah.
Right? That's why all their fleets are in the sky. They're
or like
ready for
an
the
expected attack.
Exactly.
They don't probably know it's flying monkeys, but yeah.
But you know, something flying.
Something bad.
Right? And so Hazel's like, you know, there's this old
saying,
if you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. Which
might be bad for Cinder if she's like, I'm sick of these fucking humans. I'm just gonna make flying monkeys. And she does that, which I don't know what that is, if she's making something even bigger.
I think she is making something
but
even bigger.
That's the blackout, and that's the end of the episode.
Because look at, like, she's just... you can even see it, right?
Yeah.
You can see sort of the outline of, oh, this may be like the ribs or something of this monster, and then it just all goes up. But yeah, she's definitely making some Grim. And, like, we always figured that Salem can make Grim. Yeah. But this is, like, confirmation that she definitely can.
She can, like,
and she can edit them, too. Yeah. Right? Because I would say that here, when she's doing this splashy thing, she's making one. But before she was editing one. So that's interesting for the sake of her powers,
Which raises the question, I feel like it would be really easy for Salem just to, like, make an army and attack, and she never had to worry about it too much.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it took her like 1,000,000 years to get really good at making Grim.
Maybe.
That could be it.
It's also magic, right?
That's true.
It seems like Ozpin's magic is running out because he gave most of it away to the Spring Maidens, right?
Yeah, so maybe he's not as magical.
He's not as magical, but I wonder, can Salem's magic run out? And so maybe she's been waiting to use it. Like, she doesn't want to overuse. At the same time, she's immortal, so could she kill herself and then gain all her magic back?
But she can't kill herself.
No, but, like, remember when she kills herself and then she pops back up again?
Yeah,
or she doesn't kill herself, Ozpin kills her.
Oh.
Remember how Ozpin kills her in the fight and then she's like, sploosh, like she grows back? I wonder if that replenishes her magic.
I don't remember. Osmond.
Don't you remember? Okay, so in the battle, right, Osmond's like crawling on the floor like this, and then Salem is down, and then she pops back up because that's her immortal. It's that even if she dies, she's gonna pop right back up again. I think the castle fell on her, and so she got squished, but then she rebodied.
I don't know. I can't remember.
You don't remember
exactly.
that? Yeah. Okay, that's okay. And so that's why people are like, well, Ozpin won, and then he didn't because Salem came back. So yeah.
Maybe, but what I remember is Ozpin like crawling on the ground, and then Salem just maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, she popped up. It was like all white, like it was
I would
all,
love
like,
to watch that episode
like,
again because it was so amazing.
Like it did that. That's fine.
Like
Like that's what it did. But yeah, that's basically all I have to say. I think we're gonna do separate videos on some of this stuff, obviously.
I'm so
but it
excited.
seems like shit is gonna go down in Volume 7.
So
like
excited.
It really is. Like this is like
7.
We're starting wars right now. Like this isn't just an attack on Atlas anymore. Like
also,
this is
like,
a war.
Didn't they say like they were planning on like more or less like around 14 volumes, something like that, a while ago? Which this could mean they're only at the halfway point.
Maybe.
Which I'm like, motherfucker, if this is the halfway point, we're
gonna be here for another 7 years.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
Well, what are we gonna be like in 7 years?
I'll be 27.
I'll be 27. How old are you?
I'm 19 now. I'll be around 27.
You'll be like 20. I'll be like 27.
You'll be like 28.
I'll almost be 30.
You'll almost be 30 by the time.
God.
Arnold's gonna be like 40. Can you believe that?
Will we still be
a 40-year-old man?
Will we still be like watching fucking
I think
RWBY?
Dan is also. I think that Kaito Dan is also that old as Arnold. Like he's around 27, and even Semblance of Sanity. Everybody's gonna be like fucking 40 years old.
Are we still gonna be
my
that
mind
old?
Is like my mind
doing
is
RWBY
blown.
videos?
Maybe.
Oh, that's
Why would
fucking
we stop?
weird.
Unless
I don't
we're
know.
dead, or unless we hate the show or something.
Unless the show is terrible, or like I don't know, the fucking polar ice caps start
melting. If we're all
melt
gone by
bad. Oh, nuclear war stops.
Hunter, you
Austin,
just fucking
Austin,
like,
Texas
just blew my mind. What the fuck?
is fucking bombed. Miles Luna has a stroke.
Yeah,
I guess didn't stop him to. Oh, that's dark. Anyways.
That's
Dead creators hadn't stopped them before, so I think they're only going to keep on going. I'm looking forward to
Anyway, what I'm saying is, like, if the show goes on for another 10 volumes, or even another 7 volumes.
Well, I think in 5 years they'll do 7 volumes, because it isn't like, because
what do you mean in 5 years?
Because like 7? They do a new volume. They start a new volume every like 7 months.
Right.
So
you said in the next 7 years they'll do the set.
Yeah. So about in 7 years they'll probably work out to about.
Volume 14 is what you're saying.
Yeah. About 5 years they can do about 7 or 6.
Oh, okay. Now I understand what you're saying.
God, imagine how many RWBY chibi.
We're gonna be so old though.
Oh my God, will I still be?
My life is just flashing before my eyes right now. I'm so disturbed.
Because I'm thinking about like when I first watched RWBY, that was
you were in high school.
I was.
We may be like married by the time of this show. We may have children.
Not only was I in fucking, it was like RWBY's important to me, but so is my newborn child.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh my, because like when you first started watching RWBY, you were in high school.
Yeah.
We were in high school together. When I first started watching RWBY,
you were in elementary school probably, right?
No.
Or when just got into high school.
No, when I first started watching RWBY, I was like in grade 10.
Oh, okay. But the show was out for us, I think, in grade 9 or grade 8.
Because, yeah, it would have been for me.
It would have been.
Because it was in 2014. Oh my God, I was in grade 10. It was probably like the summer of grade 10. Summer after grade 10, I started watching it.
I'm so like, what the fuck? Oh my God. Oh my
God. I hadn't, dude, I wasn't that.
I didn't even think about that.
I didn't know like major things about me as a person back when I first started watching RWBY. I thought I was still like mostly straight back then.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
If there's 7 more, I think that they'll do more than 7 more because it's taken them an entire volume. I expect 2 Atlas.
There could be there could have been 2 more presidents of the United States from this point to like when RWBY could end 7 years from now.
Okay, we gotta stop. Because I'm just thinking about how old we'll all be, right? Because not if there's just like, I'm guessing they'll be at 7 more, but what if there's like 10 more? Or what if there's going to be 20 volumes? I will be out of... That's going to be 20 years.
I would have been starting my career by then.
We'll be 13 years from now. We'll all be old. Or at least
I would have been done
YouTubers
university and like starting my career. I would have both of us would be.
Okay, we gotta stop.
Oh my fucking
I'm just
God.
thinking about the older, so Semblance of Sanity, one of them, Arnold and Dan are all around the same age. They're all around 27, 26, and so if RWBY goes on for another like 10 to 13 years, it's like they're gonna be 40.
I don't know.
They're gonna be like 40.
Hello, kids. Let's rock to some RWBY.
You know, though, I know that we should probably save this for the podcast, but I'll just bring it up briefly. I imagine, like, us in the future, we're gonna be a generation of, like, old people gamers. You know what I mean? Like,
true.
We're gonna, because technology is so prevalent in all of our lives that there won't be that sort of gap anymore.
There won't be a stigma
because,
about
like,
it.
When you think about it, right, my grandparents can't play video games. They can't use a cell phone. Like, they can't do any of that because it was not of their time. But for us, unless there's some big learning curve and we just ignore it, like, we're gonna grow into, like, we're gonna be 80 years old playing Kingdom Hearts 14 2.5 remix, okay?
By the time RWBY finishes, there probably still won't be Kingdom Hearts 4.
Okay.
What happens first? Kingdom Hearts 4 or RWBY finishing?
I don't know.
I think RWBY finishing happens first.
Anyway.
Want to make a bet?
Sure, right here in this video?
Yeah.
I think RWBY will...
I think RWBY will
Kingdom Hearts will come out first.
Okay, I think RWBY finale will come out first before
you guys remember this. 4. You guys remember this, okay?
What are we going to make the bet about?
What do you mean? I don't know.
We'll
find out in 10 years. Right? See what we have. Maybe we'll have lots of money.
What happens for... remember how we had that joke, what happens first? War with North Korea, Rick and Morty Season 4, or the next season of Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
We had that joke like 2 years ago. It looked like it's going to be Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I said it was going to be Game of Thrones or War with North Korea, that there was no way it was going to be Rick and Morty. And it looks like we were more or less right.
So I hope you guys enjoyed. Wow, we just had an existential crisis in our analysis.
I didn't expect to feel this way from watching this. I do feel
this way. Like, I don't know. We have to talk about this on the podcast this week. There may, if Kingdom Hearts comes out, depending on when Hunter can record, there may not even be a podcast. Like, you guys may see me and I'm just I haven't showered for 5 days. Like,
you're not going to university, let alone are you doing a fucking podcast.
Anyway, we will see you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys want to support the channel, you guys should be patrons just like our wonderful patrons whose names will come on the screen now. $10 patrons get videos sometimes 2 weeks in advance, sometimes 3 weeks in advance, basically much, much earlier than anyone else. They can also request us to do a video for them, so this could be a reaction, a theory, a discussion, anything like that. Our $5 patrons get a week in advance early access or somewhere within that time frame, so between 2 days early and 7 days early basically, but usually it's 7 days early because I'm good with my scheduling. Anyway, our $1 patrons and all of our patrons above the $1 tier get access to our Discord server, so if you guys want to talk with us, talk with other fans of whatever you're watching right now, you guys can, and I hope that we will see you there. Bye.